boy, well, buckle on in, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a Star Wars fan, if you are a gamer, there is some really exciting news to discuss. For those of you that don't know, Respawn Entertainment has been the team behind some stellar games and some stellar Star Wars games as well. I mean, these are the people behind the Titanfall series, which I personally really enjoy. I mean, Titanfall 2 arguably might just very well be the single best FPS campaign I've ever played in my entire life. But this same group of talented people have also worked on things like Apex Legends, and of course, as far as the Star Wars universe is concerned, they have worked on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and most recently Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Well, today we've got some exciting announcements, or I guess rumored announcements from Tom Henderson over at Insider Gaming, because he went ahead and posted the following, saying that Insider Gaming sources have revealed that Respawn Entertainment is developing a first-person Star Wars Mandalorian game that is in its early stages of development. I mean, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. The idea of the people that created Apex Legends, the dynamicism of that particular gameplay for most of those characters, the dynamicism of the characters that we saw in Titanfall 2, just in terms of mobility and how agile everything was, to then translate into the Star Wars universe where we would get to play as a Mandalorian, sounds pretty exciting. Now, he went on to say the following: according to sources, the game will see the player take control of a Mandalorian bounty hunter. And yes, I'm specifically saying a Mandalorian bounty hunter because there is no confirmation as of right now that it will be the Mandalorian, i.e. the one and only Din Djarin. So I guess we will see if it will be based on that one. Although, for me personally, I wouldn't actually mind if we got to build our own Mandalorian. Like, make it some generic looking character underneath or something like that. And beyond that, just give us the ability to customize our own Mandalorian. I think that would almost be a little bit more exciting. But this game will also be set during the time when the Galactic Empire is dominating across the galaxy, and it is your job as a bounty hunter to capture bounties dead or alive for cash rewards. I mean, the concept itself just sounds stellar. This could be really fun and really exciting. Just going from planet to planet and taking down bounties sounds really cool. He went on to say that this was initially first reported by Jeff Grubb, who's another very reliable source when it comes to gaming rumors and news. The game was being led by Respawn creative director Mohammad Alavi, who left the studio to pursue his next adventure. And according to Grubb, who didn't disclose at that time that it was a Star Wars game, the game will be focused on mobility and style as guiding principles, which again, if you've played any of the other Respawn FPS games or first-person shooter games, you'll know that they usually do that very well. Apex has very cool mobility for the vast majority of their characters. Titanfall 2 especially, had some unbelievably cool mechanics like wall running and jetpacks, which actually, Tom Henderson goes on to say that the game's high mobility has been made possible storytelling-wise thanks to the Mandalorian's jetpack. Works out very well, of course, which will actually allow the players to perform horizontal dashing, vertical jumping, and boost sliding, which is essentially going to be very similar to the sliding down hills that we get to do in Apex Legends, and more. Sources describe the game as very fast-paced, which sounds very exciting, and as such will actually reward players who play in this style. For example, the player's health will mainly regenerate based on successive kills. So the more dynamic you are with your gameplay, the better you look while getting your eliminations and completing your bounties, the more rewarding the experience will be. Sounding almost like a bit of a rhythm game element as well, which sounds super exciting and definitely something that I would like to play. As to be expected, playing as a Mandalorian bounty hunter gives the player a wide variety of weapons and gadgets, including a wrist rocket, grapple hook. Sounds awesome. I mean, imagine combining grapple hook with the jetpack. The sort of combinations that you could come up with is probably pretty exciting. A visor for tagging enemies and bounties, as well as much more. It's understood that the game will not be open world, which in my opinion sounds great. I would much prefer something that is a linear game, but still give us a little bit of verticality and horizontal play within the level. So it doesn't have to be ginormous where it's just one giant open world. Instead, just give us an open space that we could almost use as a toy box to complete the tasks that you have set out for us. Now, while it's unclear when the game will be released, it's said that we're still about a year or two away, which is perfectly fine. So if we get to play this thing sometime maybe like early 2026, that would be very, very cool. And it's currently unclear if the game will have a multiplayer experience or not. Now, that's the one part that is a little bit slightly concerning, because I think that this game sounds like it would lend itself incredibly well towards a multiplayer experience. In fact, I think that you could make this possibly even maybe like a PvE type multiplayer experience where you just get to call upon your other buddies and you get to queue up together and take on bounties. I mean, that would be freaking awesome. Being able to just customize your own Mandalorian, set off to a specific planet, and then just have a blast with your friends taking down enemies or bringing them in alive as bounties. I mean, that would just be a really, really cool concept. From a gameplay standpoint, I know that this team can knock it out of the park. They've done an incredible job with Apex in terms of gameplay. They've done an incredible job with Titanfall in terms of gameplay and writing and the story. So I'm very, very excited to see what the team that has already done such a great job with third-person Star Wars, what can they bring us with first-person Star Wars? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Are you excited about this? Is this something that you will indeed be checking out when it inevitably drops? And of course, beyond all of that, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace out. See you later, alligators.